Welcome to Nonprofit Stories, inspiring tales from Silicon Valley. We will explore the transformative work of nonprofit organizations and leaders who are changing our community by tackling some of the most pressing issues facing Silicon Valley. So without further ado, let's dive into this exciting conversation. Today, we welcome Deanna Persay, co-founder and executive director of the College of Adaptive Arts. Their mission is to provide an equitable, lifelong collegiate experience to adults with disabilities who historically have not had access to a college education. Thank you to our sponsor, TradeMyHome.com, for their community commitment and for making this podcast possible. In Silicon Valley, adults with disabilities face challenges, including lower educational attainment. 16.4% hold a bachelor's degree or higher compared to 34.6% of non-disabled individuals, leading to a stark employment gap, 17.9% versus 61.8%, magnified by the competitive tech market. Additionally, less than 1% of housing units are wheelchair accessible. And now your host of Nonprofit Stories, Dee Kiso.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to have Deanna Persay and her superstar sister, Angel, with us today. I've known Deanna for over 10 years. She inspires me every time I see her, even when I think about her. So, welcome.
Thank you so much, Dee Dee. Thank you for having us on the show. We're really excited to be here.
And especially me, since I'm part of my twin sister. We look like twins, 16 apart.
16 months apart.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What inspired you to start the College of Adaptive Arts?
Sure. Well, College of Adaptive Arts is a lifelong learning community and institution for adults of all abilities who historically haven't had access to college education. My sister Angel is my inspiration. We are, as Angel said, we're 16 months apart, and we grew up together in the Midwest in rural Indiana. And I got to go off to college after high school, and Angel did not. And I was not aware growing up with Angel. We were very, very close growing up. Of what happened to adults with disabilities after high school. And so Angel is my inspiration.
So what sets CAA apart from other initiatives in Silicon Valley?
Sure. Well, what sets us apart is that our college accepts adults of all abilities. They do not have to be able to read or write or take tests. Homework is optional. So it's a safe learning space for adults who've historically been marginalized. If you're familiar with the Special Olympics model of lifelong access to sports, we're building a similar infrastructure. Hopefully the vision is global one day for adults around the world to also have lifelong access to education. What is similar to initiatives in the Valley is that this is our startup, and we really are kind of innovatively disrupting what it's like to navigate and support adults with special needs and disabilities. And so I love that our school has started here in the Valley, and I'm positive that we're going to continue to grow the school.
Angel, what do you think of the College of Adaptive Arts and this amazing thing your sister has created?
Well, step one, I'm proud of her.
I'm proud of you too.
And step two, she really did make me famous.
Pretty famous sister, for sure.
Step three, amazing sister. Step four, breakfast, lunch, dinner, clothes on my back.
And tell us a little bit about the college. What is it like to have a learning space where you get to choose which classes you're interested in?
Oh, I got a couple of good ones.
Okay.
Masterpiece,
masterpiece is Angel's art. She calls them masterpieces.
My first favorite is clay.
Clay animation. You love clay.
Thanks to her, she's my hero. I'm not going to cry or anything. Thank goodness for that part. She's my hero. She's my rock. She's everything.
Thank you. You know what? Your sister is my hero, and she has been my rock. And I am so proud of her for the work she's done, and you've inspired all of this to happen.
She's my girl.
And yep, so it's a blessing. So as you can tell, my sister has a lot of opinions, and she's got a lot of thoughts and a lot of aspirations.
Really?
And we really had just a beautiful time growing up together in Indiana. And so it just really hit us pretty hard when she was mandated out at age 22. And I had no idea what happened to adults with disabilities after they're mandated out of the public school system. I just figured that they were taken care of. It was all figured out. And I've kind of lived vicariously through my sister's experience over the last 25 years, 30 years of what happens to adults with differing abilities. And I realized early on that there needs to be a broader array of opportunities to allow adults to thrive and flourish and blossom and to reach their full potential, just like every other adult wants to do in this world.
Well, I'm fortunate enough to be witness to see the absolute transformation and opportunities that your beautiful programs offer. So with that being said, what would you say the essential programs are at the CAA?
The essential programs are really our schools of study. So when we started in 2009, my business partner, Dr. Pamela Lindsay, has a degree in acting, theater, song, and dance from San Jose State. So she is a professional performer. And when her daughter was 9 years old, she was diagnosed with high-functioning autism. So Dr. Pam pivoted and used her skills in the arts to support her daughter. So in the beginning, it was a lot of Dr. Pam teaching all the classes, and I was kind of her assistant. My background is in education as a special and general educator here in the Valley. And so we had art classes, poetry classes, and journal writing.
I love poems.
Angel loves poems. Lots and
I still do.
yeah. And then over the years, we've just asked, the students have said, wow, could we have a computer class? Could we do a coding class? Could we have a golf team? That was pretty early on. And so it was one, we'll never forget the young man who said, well, could I get a diploma just like I see my brothers and sisters get a diploma? So it turned early on from being kind of this arts academy to being a liberal arts college model for adults who historically haven't had access. So we do have 10 schools of instruction, and each adult out there gets to select the classes that they have an interest in. Each class is just 1 hour long. They don't have to be able to read. They don't have to be able to write. There are no tests, no papers. We do assign homework. Homework is optional, but we're just trying to give them the integrity of having an authentic collegiate learning space, just like everybody else has access to in the community.
What partnerships have you found to be great alliances in growing the College of Adaptive Arts?
Partnerships have been everything to our small and mighty college. From the very beginning, I joined the Chamber of Commerce, where I met the lovely Dee Dee Iso. And so those small business owners came onto our board, and they came out to our golf tournaments. And so it's really been the mom and pops around town that have seen the vision early on. They have been huge. The collaborations we've had with the arts organizations in town, they've kind of embraced our students with open arms. So SV Creates was one of our original funders, which was amazing. City Lights Theater Company allowed us to do our professional audition workshop in a professional theater. VRY, to be a African-American theater company, they opened us up. They let one of our students perform on stage with them. And so arts organizations in the Valley have been amazing. West Valley College and the leadership at West Valley, they gave us the space. We lost our space. The Rotary Clubs of San Jose and of Saratoga have been amazing, as well as the others. We had 8 Rotary Clubs around town that donated an electric golf cart for us when we got on the campus. And business partners, I have to give a big shout out to Case Swenson of Swenson Development. When we didn't have a space in 2014 and we were offering classes at 6 different places around town, he met one of our students and gave us space for 6-7 years at Parkmore, basically incubated this program and allowed us to be there at an affordable rate. And we tripled our student enrollment during that time. And so this school wouldn't happen without the community partnerships and the visionaries in the community. But those bedrock small business owners around town have a very, very special place in my heart.
A typical problem homeowners have when wanting to buy a new home is whether to sell first or buy first. Either way is risky. When ready to look for a new home, TradeMyHome.com, powered by Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, offers an upfront guaranteed cash offer on your current home. Are you moving in the next 3 to 6 months? Text PAIR to 408-740-7400 for a free and no obligation professional equity appraisal report, exclusively for Nonprofit Stories podcast viewers. For more information, visit TradeMyHome.com or call 408-740-7400. Remember, at TradeMyHome.com, your home is sold guaranteed or we'll buy it.
Why do you believe in a lifelong learning?
I've seen programs for adults with disabilities where they have to end after 2 years, after 4 years, or a hard stop after age 28 or 32. So very much a lived experience that we are all adults a lot longer than we are children. And it feels like a lot of the resources in the special needs community are invested in children, and rightly so. Rightly so. We do not want to take $1 away. But after age 42, when so many of the support services go away, they deserve to have a space, a sacred, safe space to learn and flourish and show what they can contribute to. And, we need to also invest in these adults because this is like a gold mine of wealth and talent and ability and creativity. And as you know, just the contributing to the economy of joy and the joy that they bring to all of us when they get to learn and thrive and have their abilities unleashed.
So why do you think CAA has resonated so deeply with our community?
I'm going to let Angel answer that one. Okay, Angel?
Well,
when we started, we had 12 students at our college.
yes, we did.
We did, right? In
Yeah.
2009.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how many students we have this semester?
Well, let me think here. Can you help me with the math?
I can help you with the math. I think that we have over 229 adults,
That's true.
okay? Over 10 states
That's true.
and 1 international country. So this is a huge need. This is a huge need that is just electrifying the world of adults with disabilities. We're filling a gap because these are adults that, for lots of a myriad number of reasons, they haven't been able to access that associate's degree on a community college campus and never will be. That's not our goal. But to eliminate those barriers and to just say, wow, this is your sacred, safe hour. We're going to celebrate your inquisitiveness and thoughts and creativity and collaboration in what areas that you jam and thrive. with like-minded individuals that have the same interests. It's very powerful, and it's just been word of mouth. And we are so grateful to West Valley College for giving us the space and to make it portable.
Especially my very own twin sister.
Yeah, that's right, twin sister. But we're not going to stop until we're on every college campus around the entire world to be the Special Olympics model for lifelong learning.
How have you navigated the challenges of scaling the CAA's impact?
Sure. We have a phenomenal board. We have an awesome board. A lot of them are those chamber members that we've really leaned on. We have an excellent external CFO, as who has really helped us appreciate, the importance of looking at data and metrics. We have an external business consultant. As we continue to scale, it's grown over 2,000% since we started in 2009. We're still not at a fully fundable level yet because there is no code for higher education in adults with developmental disabilities. But we're going in the right direction, and we seek input from every single professional out there that has a good idea that's leaning in, as well as Miss Dee Piso, who's helped us scale and raise some significant resources. And we're very grateful to you and your company for believing in the students.
So that being said, how do you measure the success of your programs?
Sure. Well, certainly externally, it's the enrollment, it's the volume. Now we have the highest number of seats filled every week, which is over 1,000 seats filled every week. We have our donors are going up, and a monthly referring donors. We have a campaign in our 15th year to grow our base of monthly recurring donors. Internally with the students, we ask for their impact as far as their confidence level, their ability to make new friends, their ability to contribute and be creative and to collaborate on projects and to aspire in areas that they really thrive and have interest in. We have some new workforce development funds, thanks to the county and the state. And so we're really excited to carve out new and innovative workforce paths that are non-routine in nature. So not the pushing shopping carts and bagging groceries models, but more like let's get them into marketing positions, event planning positions, and helping us with accessibility and quality assurance in the accessibility space, just to name a few.
I have to tell you, I've been doing this work for many, many years, and every time we've done a gala and your students are in charge of sound, it's the best quality sound, the best white glove customer service. And I was just at a big gala that cost thousands of dollars over the weekend. You know what? The best of service come a guest of sound people I ever worked with are from the College of Adaptive Art.
And you know what? Those are our students and also our professors and staff. So we intentionally hire people with complex backgrounds and disabilities to be the professors of our staff. And they do the most exceptional, amazing, awesome job. I'm so privileged to be on their team. So that's another layer of support that we provide to give employment opportunities to our staff who also have been marginalized. And they are the professors for adults with intellectual disabilities. And it's a pretty beautiful model.
Oh, it certainly is. And I could attest to that. How do you envision the future of adaptive education?
Yep.
Silicon Valley.
In Silicon Valley, we are going to replicate. We are going to get ourselves operationally to our $2 million replicable goal, operational goal. We are already in the process of building that replication manual. I was just telling our last pastor, we've made every mistake under the sun, and we learn from them. So that's one thing our board has shared, taught us to do, that, hey, let's try, let's huddle, let's evaluate what worked and didn't work and pivot. And so that is kind of the beauty of being just such a small grassroots outlier organization. We can flex And we want to share our best practices about what has worked and not worked. So we are going to find a way to replicate. Maybe that's going to include accessible modulars that we bring onto college campus. So that's a space that we're starting to lean into. But we have a huge base in the Valley. Every community college has reached out and said, wow, this is a lovely idea. We do not have space, but please keep going. And so we're going to get over that space hurdle, and then we're going to keep going, and then we're going to go up the peninsula to Stanford and San Jose State and keep on going. One thing that I've found is, when so many programs went away for my sister at age 22, the one shining light that remained constant was Special Olympics, right? And Angel wasn't judged by how fast she ran a mile or how many baskets she made. It was the experience. What we found over time is that her talents and abilities don't necessarily lie in sports, but more in the arts and the computers and the technology and the creative side. So, there's a global infrastructure right now for athletics. So I know it's possible. And we want to partner with everyone to bring it to full fruition, because there are adults all around the world that feel marginalized and left out and not feeling like college is for them. One of the best things you can do is take a tour, and they're student-led. They're led by our student ambassadors. And when the people come in person, and here there's no homework, there's no test, we're not going to grade you if you read. Their shoulders, their whole body language absolutely transforms. And there's just this palpable relief. And then they start to sit up, and their eyes brighten. And the way you get full credit at our college is by showing up and having a desire to learn. And that's not a message these adults in special education have learned. Have
Being yourself.
Yeah, be yourself, right? Be yourself.
You read my mind.
I read her mind.
Well, you're twins.
I do like jokes. I love bowling. And step 3, I really like to stand up, support down sitting people.
You're a good advocate. You've always been a fantastic advocate for people with disabilities.
Because the reason why I stand up for Down syndrome people is not nice at all, making fun of Down syndrome people.
So how can the community support? Come take a tour. They're every Fridays. That school's in session, 1 p.m. online, 2:30 in person at West Valley College. Very much led by our student ambassadors. Unscripted, so you never know what they're going to say, and it's always pure joy because they're very proud of that college.
Actually, there's 4.
Who are they?
There's 4 people say nasty words about me.
So she's talking about her bullies from her past, and in the day program model, we're her all day, every day model. In rural Indiana, she had exactly one option, one day program, and a lot of the people were the same people that she'd gone to school with since kindergarten. So there's a lot of trauma that in age 51 still comes out on pretty much a daily basis on making sure that she's safe and not being around the bullies. So how can people support CAA? You can visit our website, collegeofadaptivearts.org. We have a Lowrider Mother's Day car show coming up at the Mexican Heritage Plaza on Sunday, May 12th, Mother's Day. This was a vision that was pitched by Victoria, one of our student apprentices, and she is making it happen. And so we're paying for her to be our event coordinator and bringing out lowrider cars and motorcycles. So that's happening on Mother's Day. We are 15 years strong this year. We're hoping to triple our social media presence. So if it feels right to help share and like on social, College of Adaptive Arts. We're on all the social platforms. And we do have a campaign this year to try to get 150 new monthly recurring donors at $15 a month or higher, if that feels right.
Folks, you heard it from Deanna and Super Angel. I can't tell you how much I absolutely love this program. It's been in my heart for 10 years since I met her. And having an opportunity to go to the golf tournament and see a student-run golf opportunity. The gala is coming up in May. Please tune in, check that out, and do support, because your support means so much. And I can tell you right now, there's a joy factory happening over at West Valley College, and it's called the College of Adaptive Arts. Thanks for tuning in and for your support.
Thank you for listening to the podcast and acknowledging the impactful work of nonprofits in Silicon Valley. Episode with a friend. Thank you to our sponsor, TradeMyHome.com, for their community commitment and for making this podcast possible. Until next time, remember to support local nonprofits.